got my little Friends t-shirt on. This is actually a men's t-shirt that I got from Target, but I had to have it. Can you tell by my like really sleepy eyes that I just rolled out of bed? Hello, how is everyone doing today? Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, my name's Kaylee. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here and check out my channel. Today I'm super excited because we are testing out a lot of new like drugstore products. We're testing out some ColourPop products as well, which isn't technically drugstore, but their prices are so good I kind of still consider them to be like drugstore. So there have been a lot of new product launches recently that I'm really excited about, and I wanted to test some of this stuff out for you guys on camera and let you guys know my thoughts on these new products, whether or not they are good and whether or not they are worth your time and your money. I have the new L'Oreal foundation. I've got a new Wet n Wild bronzer. We've got some new like ColourPop glitters and things. I've got a new blush, lipstick, the ColourPop mascara. So I am going to be doing several different wear tests throughout this video. We're going to be testing all these products, wearing them all day, and then I'll let you guys know my final thoughts at the end of this video. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, I would love that. Go ahead and click the red button right down below. Subscribe to my channel before you leave. If you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up so that I know I can do more videos like this in the future. And it really helps me out if you guys like my videos to definitely thumbs them up. I really appreciate that. So if you guys are ready to see this testing new drugstore and ColourPop makeup, then please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. Coffee is in hand. We are ready to go. So I have not been using primer recently. I just feel like it hasn't really been adding to my makeup. Why add an extra step if I don't feel like it's really adding anything? So I just have not been into wearing primer lately, so I'm going to be testing this foundation without any primer. This is the new L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. So I've been seeing a lot of people testing this out recently, so I was anxious to get my hands on this and try it out for myself. I love drugstore foundations, honestly, more than high-end foundations. I think they're just as good, if not a lot of times better than high-end foundations. I don't know why, but I just find that to be the case a lot of times. I got this in the color 410, which is, I believe, ivory. Yes. So I like to apply my foundation with a sponge. I always put it on the back of my hand. So I'm just going to do 2 pumps. Straight away you can see it is a very, very liquidy foundation. So that was a little concerning to me the first couple times that I wore this foundation, just because I have very oily skin and typically runnier foundations don't sit as well and don't last as long. It's funny because I don't like to watch other people review products before I've had a chance to try them out and test them and formulate my own opinions first. So I've actually worn this foundation probably like 4 or 5 times now, so I already know my overall thoughts on it. I actually watched Manny MUA wear this foundation the other day, and it's so funny because he just has a darker complexion than I do, but he always says that he's so pale, and it's funny because he actually purchased the foundation in the exact same shade as me. And when he put it on, he literally looked like a ghost. Like, his skin looked like the color of my white t-shirt here. I actually don't feel like it's that light. Like, this foundation matches me pretty good right now with how pale I am. It was really funny when he put it on and he literally looked like a ghost in the exact same shade that I wear. Can you tell by my like really sleepy eyes that I just rolled out of bed? I have got to go to work, so we've got to get the ball rolling. So straight away, the foundation is not full coverage, but I don't really think it claims to be full coverage, at least not on the bottle here. So this one is a medium coverage to me. You can build it up if you want it to be more full coverage. Being that liquidy consistency, it just does not have a ton of coverage, but it actually looks really nice when you put it on, and it actually does look like natural skin. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup, which is really nice. Another thing to add is that I am very, very sensitive to scents. This foundation does have a scent. The other L'Oreal foundations that I've used in the past did not have the same scent, and I'm not smelling it as much today while I'm like talking to you guys. The last time I wore it, when I was just putting it on sitting here quietly like doing my makeup, I could really, really smell it, and it was bothering me a little bit. It may not be as strong to some people, but if you're sensitive to scents like me, it is a little bit like strong. So this is the base done here. It really evens out your complexion. It looks really, really nice. It does not feel heavy, and it dries down really, really fast. So the first time I wore this foundation, I didn't set it with any powder at all. It dried down and set down really fast, but it didn't really set into any of my like lines under my eyes or crease a bunch, which was really nice. So this kind of eliminates the step of needing to add a powder if you don't really like setting your face. I don't think that you need to set your face with this foundation. It is a matte foundation, so you can see there's really not not any luminosity to my skin right now. It does dry down very matte and pretty quickly. I do typically set my foundation just because I have oily skin and it does help to last a lot longer throughout the day. I'm just gonna do my regular Tarte Shape Tape. Not a lot, as you can see, I'm not using a lot. Yeah, the sponge is super dirty. No, I don't feel like washing it. Next, I'm really excited. I have the new Wet n Wild bronzer. So I rushed over to my local CVS to pick this up. They didn't have it, so I went down the street to Walgreens. They actually had it at a lesser price and it was on sale, so I got this thing for $3. How cool is that? So we're gonna go in with this. Okay, so you gotta pick up a good amount of it to get the color to start showing up. It is a really, really nice color, but I feel like I'm definitely having to build it up here. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. I feel like it is a really nice color. It's not a really warm bronzer, but it's not really cool either. So it's like a good in-between kind of shade. I feel like this is gonna be especially good if you're like me and you have fairer skin, where you can kind of build it up to get the color you want, but it's not gonna be like a ton of pigment just like barely tapping into it. You can definitely see it has like a little bit of sheen to it. You guys can see right here, which I don't mind. Actually, it's kind of bringing a little bit of life back to the super matte foundation. With that, it also makes it like a little bit more limiting because I usually take my bronzer and run it on my nose a little bit. And with it being a little bit luminous and me getting very oily in that area, I don't know that this is bronzer that I would want to take on my nose. We don't look as Casper-y anymore, which is great. I feel like with the weather, like here in Missouri, constantly going back and forth between like somewhat warm, freezing cold, snowing, raining, like everything, it's making me so congested lately, and I can really hear it in my voice, so I'm sorry if you can hear it too. The next thing that we're going to be testing is the new Essence blush. This is the Matte Touch blush. As I'm sure you guys know, the Essence Satin Touch blush, which I have broken here. This is one of my favorite blushes. I really, really enjoy it. It's only like $3 and I think it's so super good. I wish more people were talking about it. So this is basically just the matte version of that blush. So I was interested to test this out for sure. I think the color is really nice. It's like a peachy pink. This is in the color Peach Me Up. So this is a really pretty shade and it's nice and matte, which actually is going to go nicely with that little bit luminous bronzer that we used. Really good to kind of pick and choose your luminous products, especially if you're oily like me. Really pretty blush. Just adds like a really pink, kind of like peachy pink rosy flush to the cheeks. Super affordable, great blush. If you like matte blushes, this is great. Alright, so I'm not testing out any new highlighters or any new brow products in today's video, so I'm going to highlight and do my brows, and then we will be back to do the eyes. And we're back, ready to move on to the eyes. So I have a lot of cool eye products today. So I have the Jelly Much ColourPop Liquidy Jelly eyeshadow. And I also have the new Kathleen Lights ColourPop Loose Pigment. I'm actually testing these two out after this look today. At the end of this video, I have another look where I use these products. Today, we are going to be testing out these, which these are the new Glitterly Obsessed. Ooh, this says body glitter. Oops. I definitely didn't catch that this said body glitter on it until right this second. Your eyes are technically part of your body. Kind of making sense that this is body glitter because when I was swatching it, it's all adding up now. It says it really, really small on here and I didn't see that on their website. Anyway, this is the glitter here. This is the color Avenue of the Stars. Look how pretty this is. Jelly-ish, liquidy texture, like so pretty. You kind of have to like pat it on to like get it to go evenly. Really, really pretty. This is the one that we're going to be testing out and using today. This is in the color 18K. Nope, just kidding. This is in the color Outside the Lines. It's like squishy. This one has a little bit more of like fine glitter in it, like a little bit more opaque when you put it on, but it's a really pretty like kind of green, kind of gold, also kind of rainbow. These are the two glitters right here. Got a little bit of glitter in my coffee. That's okay. I think I'm just gonna do like a pretty quick little eye look here and then I'll come back and you guys can see me apply the little glitter. And we're back. So the upper part, the eyelids are done here. They're not exactly even, but they look decent. We are going to now test out this glitter. And I just kind of want to paint this on over the top of this little like halo kind of guy that we've got going on. So I just want to add this glitter. Ooh, really, really pretty. Super, super pretty. So definitely applies better like with your finger. It's applying okay with a brush, but I just know that I'm not going to be able to be really precise with my finger. I think if I let it dry, I can probably add a little bit more right in the middle. So I'm going to let it dry for a second. I think I'm just going to take my little tiny baby finger and pick up a little bit of this. Pop a little bit more on here. So, so pretty. All right, so to complete this eye look, I am going to pop this loose pigment into my inner corner just because with an eye look this dark, we gotta have a little bit of light. Gotta be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I'm saying? This is so pretty. So next we are testing out the ColourPop Voluminizing Mascara. This is their new mascara, which they launched in a bunch of different colors, which I think is awesome. Again, I have already worn this a couple times. Got a big old fluffy little wand here. Already stabbed myself in the face, that's great. So this is the mascara. Don't mind the mascara on my face, but this is the mascara with one coat. It does a decent job coating your lashes and giving like some volume. These are the new Ardell Faux Mink lashes in the style 811. I don't know how new these are, but I have seen a couple people trying them out recently. I usually like my lashes like a little bit more like fluffy and like longer. These are kind of short. So let's go ahead and do the lower mascara and a little bit more on the top. I just know this is gonna come off later and I am gonna have to carry lash glue with me around all day. All right guys, so the last thing that we have to try is lipstick, and I'm not sure if this is new or not, but it's new to me and I wanted to try this out. Jaclyn Hill talks about this all the time. This is the Maybelline lipstick in the color Baddest Beige. She just talks about like how she really, really loves this, and it's like a really pretty nude for her being really fair skinned. So I have really fair skin, so it should look pretty on me too, right? So like that's my thoughts. I do want to put on like a little bit of lip liner. I kind of overlined a little bit and did a little bit of contouring on my lips. I just feel like I'm going to need a little bit of some kind of base color to go underneath this. It kind of like looks like a lip gloss. So that is the lipstick. Not as sheer as I thought it would be actually. It's really pretty. All right, you guys, so this is the completed look here. I think my skin looks especially beautiful right now. It's just nice and blended and even and not really heavy. It still looks like pretty natural, which is a nice contrast with the more heavy eye that we have going on today. I think it's really pretty. So we are gonna go on and do a wear test on all of these products today. I really already do have an idea of the foundation and the mascara, but I'm gonna wait till the end of the day and give you guys my thoughts on those two things then. But as of right now, I really like this little like glitter. I think it's really pretty. You don't have to apply a glitter glue first and then put the glitter on it. It just kind of eliminates that step and makes it a little bit easier to get like glitter on your eyes. I love the blush. Super awesome blush for like $2 or $3. Bronzer is actually pretty good. For me personally, I won't be using it to like contour my nose like I normally do with my bronzer. That's like the only drawback, but other than that, I think it is really pretty, and I actually do kind of enjoy the little bit of sheen that it gives to the skin whenever you have such a matte foundation. The eyelashes are honestly not my favorite. I'm gonna have to try them again when I don't have such a dramatic eye look going on. Looks like I'm wearing a lip gloss right now, although I'm not, so I'm curious to see how long the lipstick is gonna wear throughout the day. I'll just swatch the color on my hand real quick so you guys can see. So it actually does have a lot more of a base color than I thought it would. Shiny little sheen that it has to it. It's really pretty. We got this done really quick. I have like almost an hour, so I think I might actually go like have some breakfast before work. I'm definitely gonna come back in and do a check-in at the end of the day and let you guys know how these products wore. After that, I will be showing you guys another look that I did with this little jelly eyeshadow right here. And I did one other wear test, testing out the mascara to give you guys another look at the mascara without me wearing like a lot of eyeshadow. So that'll be at the very end of this video. So I got like 2 other wear tests for you. So there's like a lot of good stuff this video. So I am going to go and probably have some breakfast, and I will check in with you guys later. All right, just got home from work. I'm not gonna lie, we've looked better. So let's address the situation. First things first, you know, there's honestly not enough lash band on these lashes that really allows you to put enough glue on them. It was really fighting to stay stuck to my eye throughout the day today, which was rather annoying. The eyes still are very much intact and look very good with the exception of my under eyes. Zoom you guys in here and let you see the situation that's happening under my eyes. So as you can see right here and then on the outer corners of the eyes, you can just see it's kind of dark and smudgy under the eyes, and you can see a little bit of the mascara flaking onto the face. I just feel like the mascara would be better suited for very short makeup wear days. I just don't think it's built for long wearing. I just think it's too like water-based. So that's what causes it to transfer under my eyes when they get at all even just a little bit watery, which I don't even think I have very watery eyes. As you can see, the lipstick is completely gone. Pretty soon after applying it this morning, I actually ate and it kind of feathered out around my mouth a lot. That's just pretty typical of a more creamy lipstick, that it does feather around the mouth. Even with that lip liner, I thought it kind of feathered a lot, and then I just never reapplied it. I do think it is really pretty and I like the color a lot. I will continue to wear it, but it's just not a very long wearing lipstick in my opinion. I do like the body glitter. I think it looks really nice on the eyes. Obviously, the eyes are part of the body, so you can use the glitter really anywhere you want. I think that this one in particular, the outside the lines, is really, really pretty. The loose pigment is gorgeous on the inner corner. As you can see, it's still pretty bright even though I was wiping away mascara crap throughout the day today. So my face is definitely looking a little bit more oily than normal. It doesn't necessarily look bad. If I would have touched it up throughout the day, it would probably look better. So it's not breaking up anywhere in particular, like on my chin or my nose. It's not like separating. It actually looks like pretty nice and even. It's just the fact that a lot of my oils are peeking through. So I could go back in and set it with some more powder right now, which would kind of help soak up a little bit more of that oil and help it to last a little bit longer. Overall, I would say it is a good foundation. It is not a great foundation if you have oily skin. If you have normal to dry skin, you would probably like this foundation even more. I still have so many other foundations that are more long wearing on my oily skin that I prefer. So I think we've touched on everything now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys 2 other wear tests from a couple days ago and kind of give you guys just even a little bit more of a look into how these products wore on my skin. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. I have to leave for work in about 40 minutes. I'm gonna be testing out the ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow, and I have this in the color Hallucino Genius. And I also want to test out this loose pigment. This is in the color The Maiden. So I'm going to real quickly first just swatch these colors. Very icy blue, kind of purple. It's a really cool consistency. So as you can see, it does not have a lot of base pigment. As I turn it this way, it's not a ton of base pigment in there, but the reflect in it is really pretty, like an icy purpley blue. And then I'm going to show you guys The Maiden real quick. It's really pretty, very glittery, and I think when I use this, I'm gonna do it wet because it looks like using it wet is the best way to apply it because it's not really sticking to my hand at all right now. We have the blue on the eyelid, which is the important part, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on to my eyelids. Since it's not a super wet consistency, it does dry down pretty quickly, so you kind of have to work a little bit fast with it. I think it applied better to the second eye when I kind of had an idea more of what I was doing and where I wanted it. It did also pick up that eyeshadow that I laid down underneath it, so it's not as blue as I wanted it to be underneath it, but it looks really pretty. It's a really pretty shade. Overall, super easy to apply. You just have to be a little bit quick with it. So now I would like to test out this loose pigment here. I think I'm going to dampen it just with a little bit of setting spray. When you get it wet, it's so bright. It's really pretty. Like, look how bright and reflective that is. I don't know that I would ever do this all over the lid. It's really pretty if you want like a really poppy inner corner. is really beautiful, but I don't know if I would ever actually do this like all over the lid, but it does perform really nice, and if you get it wet, it's like really, really intense. I just wish that that blue jelly eyeshadow had a little bit more of like a base pigment to it, so that whenever I put it on the eye, if I turn my head a certain way, you see blue instead of like a clear like nothing. And I don't know if all the colors are like that. Again, I just ordered the one. All right guys, lashes are on. This look is complete here. Overall, I'm really happy with how it looks. I think it's really beautiful. I am also wearing the ColourPop mascara today, as well as the L'Oreal foundation. So we're going to be doing like a second wear test for those products as well. So I'm going to leave for work, and then I will do a check-in with you guys when I get home tonight, and we'll see how this is holding up. All right, see you guys later. Well, it's sometime after 8 p.m. now, so I've had this makeup on for at least 9 hours. The eye makeup seems to have held up pretty well. We've lost a little bit of vibrancy in the jelly shadow, but overall it still looks pretty good. The inner corner still looks nice and bright and vibrant. The foundation looks decent. I haven't done any kind of touch-ups or anything today. We're not like really separated in any areas. A little bit more oily than I would normally be with my regular foundation. The mascara, I'm not sure if you guys can see, it is transferring a little bit where my eyelashes actually touch my face underneath here. But overall, the makeup still looks pretty good for 9 hours of wear. I mean, not perfect. Here is kind of an up close look. All right, so I thought I would do one final wear test here, testing out the Maiden pigment as well as the mascara. I just want to do what I said I wasn't going to do and test out the loose pigment dry, just kind of applying it with my finger, just to test out and see how it's going to apply like that and wear throughout the day. So here I'm just going to go in with a completely dry eye and dry finger. Definitely getting a little bit of fallout, but it's not as bad as I initially thought it would be. So I'm going to test this other eye by going in with a little bit of setting spray and just slightly dampening that eye first and then applying the pigment. As you can see right away, it already looks much brighter, having a little bit of a wet base to go in with that pigment. It looks much better on this side, so I'm actually going to go in and wet the other side just a little bit and do the same thing. Now I've applied some lashes, and this is how we're looking. So I'm going to wear my makeup like this to work today, and then I will do a check-in with you guys later to see how the pigment and the mascara wore. It is now 6:52, so it's almost 7 o'clock. I've had this makeup on for about 10.5-ish hours now. As I suspected here, and I'm glad that it's doing it so that you guys can see, but the mascara is transferring underneath my eyes, and I have been wiping it off all day long today. You can just see that there's just like pieces and dark spots of the mascara just underneath my eyes. So my final thoughts on the mascara is I'm not wild about it. So my camera died, but I just want to add a little comment about the pigment on my eyes. I'm actually happy with how it looks after wearing it for so long. I actually feel like it lasted a good amount of time on my eyes. I'm really happy. I actually think that I would actually wear it like this again in the future, because you can see the base eyeshadow underneath, and this just adds like a nice little sparkly effect to a regular eyeshadow look. It did not fall out all over my face. For this, I think it actually looks really nice. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video with the like 3 different wear tests that we did, testing out these new products, letting you guys know my thoughts on them. Please let me know down in the comments your guys' thoughts on these products. If there's anything that you've tried, anything that you really like, anything that you're excited to try, let me know down below in the comments. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video.